Hey, welcome to the Steve Davis Show. Special guest today is Scott Waterman, the new University of Highlands new basketball coach. And how does that feel, Scott?
Well, first of all, thanks for having me on today, Steve. I really appreciate it, and it's a great feeling. I'm sure we'll get into the story of how I ended up here today, but to be back as a head coach after a great year at University of New Mexico in this state, I'm just really excited about taking this program to the next level.
Well, I'm vested with Highlands, and I've been doing, on and off for the last actually 18 years of supporting Highlands. And I tell you, it's exciting. But your story is remarkable because you want to coach,
Yeah.
and kind of talk about how you did get to here, Reader's Digest of how you got to where we're sitting at today.
Yeah, so from 2019 to 2025, I was the head coach of a Division II school, Academy of Art, in San Francisco. And it was a program that hadn't had a lot of success, never had more than 12 wins in a season. When I got the job, my first season, we won 12 games. That next year was COVID. And then our third through sixth seasons, we won 20 games each of those years. Went to the NCAA tournament twice, won the conference tournament once, won the regular season once, and it really got something going. And then at the end of the 2025 school year, Academy of Art cut sports. And for me, like, we had probably on paper our best team coming back next year. So that took a lot of wind out of my sails. Like, what am I going to do now? I had to help 10 guys find new homes, help 2 assistant coaches find new places where they could coach. And then it came to me, and it was kind of early summer, and like nothing just really stood out in terms of the job market and coaching. Like, the coaching cycle had already kind of bypassed me. Just the timing of everything didn't work. And I had a good standing relationship with Coach Olin for a long time. We both shared a mentor, Bill Carr, who coached him in college and who I worked with when I was at Long Beach State. And I called him up and said, hey, if I come out for the year, just kind of volunteer, I'll do whatever you need. I have no ego about it. I just want to coach and help out and help the New Mexico program. And he was all for it. And obviously we had great success this year, and it allowed me to be in a position to get a job like New Mexico Highlands going forward. So I'm really excited to be back in the head coaching chair.
Well, I tell you, I mean, and you had a great article.
Yeah,
And,
thank
I
you.
mean, all of a sudden, I read that this morning, what really intrigues me about you is that you wanted to coach, and you uprooted, and then
Yeah.
you also made sure that your ex-players and your coaches, they got their jobs first before it was you. So
Yeah.
I mean, that shows a lot about your character.
Thank you. Yeah, and like, I've been doing this. This will be my 25th season coming up, and I love basketball, but I love the people that I work with even more. And that's what makes the job enjoyable, is seeing guys that I coached from 25 years ago who are now fathers working in the real world. Like, I've coached guys that have played in the NBA and all over Europe, but like, just seeing their other successes in life outside of basketball and knowing that I was a small part of that really means a lot to me.
Well, it should. I mean, but what was interesting in this article today, and and it caught me off guard, was, but you made the statement to the certain, and I'm not going to repeat it exactly, okay, because I'm not smart enough to remember that far back. But the point is that you know when you were the head coach, you felt you knew everything.
Yeah.
You're the smartest person in the room. I guess
Yeah.
that's where it was. And then what you learned here was, with the coaching staff, with Eric and everything, that you weren't the smartest one,
Yeah.
but you picked their brains, and it's made you a better coach, and you
Yeah.
learned from this experience.
Yeah, and I wouldn't
You
say
didn't come in with a chip on your shoulder. You come in to
yeah.
learn.
Yeah, like I said in the article, it's kind of like a sabbatical. Like, I came here to learn and get better. As a head coach, you're doing the same things. It's your system. You're doing the same things. It wasn't necessarily that I was the smartest guy in the room. I just had a really good situation that I was in, and I knew what I wanted to do and how to do it. And this allowed me this year. Coach Olin and I had pretty different philosophies on some things, but to see how he did it and take those ideas and kind of mesh them into how I did things before is going to be a huge benefit to the Highlands program, and just helped me like get a new sense of myself going forward as a head coach.
Well, you got me going, man. So I just, my mind's going 100 miles an hour because I got so many questions and so many things to know. But, learning that and taking it to Highlands, is the history of Highlands. As you know, the state of New Mexico, the passion the people have for basketball is amazing in the state of New Mexico.
Yeah, I mean,
when you came to the pit.
The first time I was in the pit, I was like, this isn't even close to what you hear people talking about. The energy, like I think back to when we played San Diego State on CBS and just how loud it was and just the passion the fans have. Like it's different here, that's for sure.
Well, I know that. I mean, in that first time walking down the pit, you can, your hair. I mean, you can hear the crowd and just get pumped up. And from a coach's standpoint, you have a lot of pride walking down that ramp.
Yes, and you're representing something bigger than just the basketball program in the school, because it's, citywide, statewide. Like Lobo basketball is king.
Well, I tell you what, we're going to take a little break. We're going to go to the Everguard Roofing in Top 10 Plays of the Week, and then come back and talk more about Highlands basketball and talk more about you.
Thank you.
Back there, I think, judging by the knee brace. It's fielded. Look at Nanias. Despite the brace, he's still got the speed. He angles back in bounds. Now he's going down the sideline. Can he outrace everybody? Yes, sir! The knee brace didn't slow him down at all. It's a touchdown for the sophomore, Evan Nunez.
About 24. Definitely not enough on that one. It's caught the other way. The Monarchs will take it. This is Aiden Erickson. Erickson, he sees nothing but green so far. He's gone. That's a touchdown. Aiden Erickson. That's about a 95-yard touchdown.
To punt this here. Maybe it's a fake. It is, and that side of the field's wide open for a Matadors first down, and on the cut at the 40 to the 30 to the 20. The fake's going to go for 6 as Ferraro goes all the way for the score. Big time special teams touchdown.
The clock at 3. And look at him, scored free. Takahashi has speed to burn. Nobody's going to chase him. Is there any laundry on laundry day today? No, it's a touchdown.
95-yarder.
For Micah Takahashi. Back to pass. Looking. Has some time and he's hit. He has Ramirez. He jukes. He stiff arms. He's in! He's in! 3 missed Rams tackles allows a Dalen Ramirez touchdown.
First and 15, Chavarria flips it out into the right flat. Room, look out. One man to beat. Down the right sideline, could be gone. And no one's going to catch. That's going to be an 80-yard touchdown on the game's second play.
Just mitigate disaster.
Little indoor football strategy, yes. I like that. They will go with the directional squib there. It's recovered by the Knights. Caldwell.
39-yard line, but you never know.
Gonzalez One heave down the sideline, has a man in the double coverage. Did he catch it? Did he make that play? No signal yet. They're talking it over. Touchdown! Oh my goodness!
On the 17. And Martin back to pass. He's got time. He's going to flip it over the middle. That's a catch. And still on his feet, breaking free and scoring. Touchdown, Albuquerque High.
Two running backs in the backfield. Hollis goes in motion. Stitt keeps it himself. Foot race to the goal line. Stitt makes a man miss. On his feet. Touchdown, St. Mike's. Kamal Stitt runs it in from 10 yards.
28. Warren goes quickly up to Byers. Byers catches it! Jack Byers ties the game! Kick is up, and the Bulldogs go ahead with 24 seconds to go.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. For over 20 years, Evergard Roofing and Solar has been committed to customer service. Locally owned and operated, Evergard offers both commercial and residential roofing and solar services. For more info, please call 505-821-9543. Evergard Roofing and Solar are proud supporters of ProView Sports Network and New Mexico Youth Athletics.
Hey, welcome back to Steve Davis Show. We've got Scott Waterman here, the new University of Highlands men's basketball coach, and welcome. It's exciting, okay, and it's exciting for Highlands, and they got somebody that wants to coach basketball and really knows how to start a program, because you started a program from scratch. You just talked about it, but what are you planning? I mean, I know it's been 2 days since you just got the job, so I know your mind is going 100 miles an hour, but so what are your first steps right now?
So, we have a pretty depleted roster, so the first thing is getting good players that are the right people in the door, and that comes with us doing your research. It's June 25th, so obviously the player market and recruits that are left are not what it was 2 months ago, but on the flip side, there's still plenty of good players out there that are looking for an opportunity. And one thing that I look for when I recruit is guys that have a chip on their shoulder, that have been underdogs, that may be under-recruited, and that's a whole nother conversation about where recruiting has gone from 15 years ago to today. But the guys that, are waiting and looking for Division I options, but it doesn't come, and they have something to prove, and they want to prove like they belong at a higher level. They have a little chip on their shoulder. That's what I like to look for in the guys that I recruit, and we've already got a few commitments, and I'm excited to get going August 18th with them when school starts.
Well, and that's here. I mean, you think that August 18th. I mean, it's already here. I mean, it's just amazing. But you got to move, and then I got to say one thing. Is your better half, your wife, and I don't know her name, I don't know anything about her, but I'm going to tell you, I haven't met you, I'm looking forward to meeting you, but you got to be a saint, I mean, for what she's been doing, and talk about her a little bit.
Yeah, so Nicole is her name, and ironically enough in this whole thing, she went to Highlands. She was a cross-country runner for Coach DeVries, and I think
then she must be a great runner, because Debris. I mean, and that goes back. I mean, he's a legend at Highlands. So
yeah, and we actually met in Long Beach when we both were at Long Beach State, and she's the backbone of our relationship. Like, she supports me through everything in this. We've been through a lot basketball wise. Moving across country, and she's the one. I fly out early to go work, and she's taking care of all the details of moving, getting us arranged, finding apartments, and my life would be in shambles without her. So I owe her a lot, and now that we're going back to Las Vegas, I think I'm probably going to have to owe her like a beachfront retirement home.
Well, that's a good deal. Maybe a little more, but
yeah, exactly.
Anyway, no, at least she's lived there and she
Yes.
knows the deal. I mean, it might be something new for you, but one thing I love about Highlands and is it's a sports town. I mean,
Yeah.
that's what the whole town's about. It's about, that's what there is to do. Okay,
Yeah.
and it's something. But players, is a recruiting is, look guys, if you want to play basketball, that's what we're going to be doing. And
Yeah.
and the facilities, for that school they're good facilities.
Yeah, no, it's a great environment, and one thing that I learned at Academy of Art, that even with good resources, we are still going to outperform our resources here, and that's going to put us in position to compete on day one. I don't know what that means, but we're going to be the toughest playing team, hardest playing team, and with the right guys in the room, anything can happen. And like I said, we will outperform our resources and put ourselves in position to be successful. And the RMAC's a great conference and a lot of great coaches, really good players, and we're going to make sure that we put ourselves in that conversation.
Well, you said it, and I've lived it and watched it and didn't believe it when I first started doing this. But RMAC is a tough conference, and they are great coaches there.
Yeah.
And my advice is to you, what I've learned with all the deals, just play 40 minutes, okay?
Yeah.
And there's a lot of statement. I've seen Highlands play 36 minutes, but if you can get your team to play 40 minutes, you're going to be very competitive.
Yeah, and within that 40 minutes, playing the next play, can't worry about what happened on the last play, and you just keep playing until the horn goes off.
And I know that you haven't had a chance, but the community is going to accept you. They're going to gravitate to you. Vegas is a pretty remarkable town because it has 2 high schools.
Yeah.
I think the population is 16,000. I could be off on that, and then it has another college there. So it's the whole town is on education. So it's pretty remarkable in that aspect.
Yeah. No, we're excited to hit the ground running and be part of the community up there.
You talked about recruiting, and then another thing is you don't have a staff, and speak on that behalf just a little bit, as much as you can talk about right now.
Yeah, no, I'm just looking for the right person that can come in and compliment me. In today's world, recruiting is really important, so looking for someone that's going to be an effective recruiter, but most importantly, also want to relate to the kids and be a resource for them, and just want to be about relationships and people.
Well, that's going to go a long ways. I'm just saying, and I just met you. Actually, I just met you. I've talked to you on the phone one time, and just my conversation on the phone was like, this guy can get it done. And then I started doing my research, and man, you had everybody talking good about you. So I said, and then you had Kurt Roth talking about you, had Ed Manzanares talking about you, had Shauna Minnie's talking about it, and then Gary Tripp got into the ball, and all of a sudden I'm like, man, I'm the low man on the totem pole right now. But what a group of people that got behind you and built. And then, like I said, Scott Noble, I'll just say, you got to really know that people really believe into you, because he went off on the line, and he resigns this week. His last days are this week, and he really believes in you.
Yes. No, I appreciate all the support that I got from those people, and AD Noble for giving me this opportunity in the awkward circumstances that are going on there, which doesn't faze me, but he believed in me enough to give me this opportunity. And I told him, you're going to be able to look back a couple years from now and know you made the right decision.
Well, I'll tell you what, we're going to take another break, and we're going to talk more about Highlands basketball, and also talk about how you're going to get it done.
All right.
Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, red and green chili breakfast burritos, and frontier sweet rolls. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenprideabq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of celebrity green, synthetic putting greens, and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Marty Size in Albuquerque today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
Hey, welcome back, Steve Davis Show. We got Scott Waterman here, new head basketball coach, men's basketball coach at Highlands, University of Highlands. Well, Scott, I tell you, we've talked about you got to get coaches, you got to get players. Now what's your philosophy to having success?
Yeah, so at Academy of Art, which I'm going to bring that similar philosophy. It all started with who we recruited, and we want really athletic guys, with good length, and that kind of leads to where we're going on our defensive philosophy. We ball pressure very aggressively. Like we like to use the term like we're gonna fly around. So we want to get up, be aggressive, force teams to have to put the ball on the floor. We want to keep it out of the paint, force them to go baseline, and then as the help comes to rotate, we're flying around, being aggressive, making steals. With that athleticism, I'm hoping that we're going to be able to switch 1 through 5 to help neutralize teams' offensive game plans. And then offensively, it's kind of like some motion concepts morphed in with ball screens and dribble drive concepts. But essentially, like I've learned, like, get the good players the ball in the right positions and allow them to be successful. And what our personnel is like will dictate on the offensive side, but we focus all of our recruiting to the defensive side of the ball to be able to create disruption for the offensive team. And at Academy of Art, our last 4 years, we were no lower than 11th in the nation in turnovers forced and no lower than 7th in the nation in steals. And it wasn't like we'd do some crazy pressing. We're just letting teams score. It's just we're very aggressive and disruptive on the ball.
Well, I tell you, it sounds like, and I hope, and you're getting me excited, okay? Because
I see those goosebumps.
Yeah, I'm serious. I'm excited to hear that because that's what I played at UNM was Norm Ellenberger and John Wisnet's defense, and forced to the baseline, weak side help, and it's people have gotten away with it, and the terminology has gotten away from me now. That's gaps, and there's a lot of different terminology, but it seems like if you play that and you have length and you're switching and people you have a man-to-man mentality of toughness on defense where the player's going to take him out of the game. Is that very similar?
Yeah, we just want to be aggressive and be able to identify their team's best players and hold them below their averages and make them feel uncomfortable over the course of 40 minutes. And eventually you get to a point where you can, I don't want to break them necessarily, just make them feel like I'm done. Like, I've been worn out over the course of 40 minutes.
And with that concept, and I actually have a coaching mind a little bit. Is your team's got to be in shape. So
Yeah.
how do you condition them to be in shape?
Yeah, I'm not a big, like, let's go out to the track and run laps. Like, we're going to play and practice. We press, so, like, a lot of 5-on-5 full court, 4-on-4 full court, or we even do, like, advantage, disadvantage. So we play 5-on-4, 3/4 court, and just getting guys playing as hard as they can for as long as they can on the court is really just as beneficial as going out and running around the track for 45 minutes. And plus, they enjoy it. Keep the guys engaged.
The other thing I'm hearing too is your communication is a big part of your game plan, because if you're going to be 5-on-3, players have got to learn to talk and really communicate during the whole process.
Yeah, no, and like if you were to see, like I have some defensive standards, pillars of the program, and the first one is we communicate. And you can't do the next 4 if you don't start with the communication up top. So that'll be critical, and that's why also you have to have the right people in the room that want to be good teammates, that have some energy, something behind them to be able to go out and do those things and not be afraid of raising their voice or being able to communicate with a teammate.
And if I'm correct, and if I'm hearing you right, is you're going to play multiple players. You're going to have to play multiple players because that's the energy that you want to keep the pressure on at all times. And fatigue makes cowards of us all. and I really like your philosophy, and with that, it seems you're going to get down the court too.
Yeah,
so.
yeah, and that's one of the things, like, you have to play complementary basketball. So what you do on one end needs to kind of go along with what you're doing on the other end. So it wouldn't be good if we were ball pressure aggressive defensively and then walking the ball up and running flex. Like, it wouldn't make sense. 2 very different skill sets. So being able to be aggressive defensively and then play at a faster pace on the offensive end all leads to, the pieces coming together.
So it's just real similar to what I was introduced to in college, and Norm Ellenberger and the first eras of motion, pressure defense, denying the ball, but pushing the ball. Okay,
Yeah.
I mean, and a lot of coaches do that, but then they slow the ball down once they have it. And the thing that I learned with Wisnit mainly is basically that you push, you have thoroughbreds, so you got your thoroughbreds taken off, and then you learn to them afterward is to have patience.
Yeah.
And once you teach the patience with being active to the basketball, then you run offense and have set plays and all that. I mean, is that you got me excited? I'm actually talking strategy, and I usually don't do that. But anyway, we're running out of time, Scott. And hey, thanks for coming on, and we'll see a lot of you next year.
Yeah, no, I appreciate you having me on, and look forward to working with you in the future. And obviously, we're going to do our best to represent New Mexico basketball here in Las Vegas.
Sounds good.
Thanks, Steve. Appreciate it.
Yeah.